Hi, this is Simon Chan, and welcome to my network marketing training. Members of my coaching mastermind groups can ask me questions on a weekly basis, any tips or advice. And today's question comes from our budding news upcoming superstar, Howard, who's a 5-star mastermind member who's showing tremendous growth in just a very short time, like 6 weeks, that I've been working with him. So Howard's question, Howard's from Melbourne, is, "Hi Simon Chan, thank you for your video again. It's been really helpful. I realized the difference between a manager and a leader is that a manager makes people do things they don't want to do, but a leader inspires people to do things. What would you do to inspire people to take action on things that will benefit them?" As always, great question, Howard. I can see just from the quality of your questions how much you've grown in the last 4 weeks, 6 weeks, especially in the last 4 weeks. Okay, let's define a manager. I would actually define a manager and a leader differently, okay? Manager makes people do things they don't want to do. That's true to a certain extent. If you're a job, a manager has to make sure people do their job, right? And the workers may not want to do their jobs and so on. And the leaders inspire people to do things. That's absolutely true. Another definition you may want to consider is a manager, and this is more really, if you think about any company, also especially also network marketing organization, a manager maintains the status quo. Okay, so you have things set up here the way things are. The manager maintains the status quo. He keeps things running, and managers are important. Without them, the company will go haywire, or your organization will go all over the place, right? So you reach a certain level, people are performing, whether it's jobs or responsibilities in the organization or core production activities in network marketing. Manager maintains that. A leader is a catalyst for change that keeps on changing to take the whole organization to a higher, better level. Okay, so you need both. A manager maintains the status quo, okay, and the leader takes them to a new level. And of course, once they take them to the new level, then you need the manager will have to adapt and get the people. The new level will be the status quo, and you need the manager to do that, right? So I think the big difference is vision and being proactive. The leader has to be proactive and have the vision to take the organization to a different level. And I think you know that. I just want to add a little bit to the definition you put together. Now, what would you inspire the people to take action on things that will benefit them? Again, we're talking about, we're talking about the 4 types of downlines: the 27% the whiners, 65% followers. I got it wrong. I'm sorry. 27%. Just repeat. 27% whiners, 65% followers, 5% supporters, and the 3% leaders, right? So you want to inspire the people to take action. Now, the leaders themselves, they will take action. They don't need much inspiration. They can need some motivation sometimes because some people are down. But how do you inspire them? I think number one is the culture of self-development, right? I'm sure, Howard, when you read, you get inspired and makes you take action on doing things. When you're on our mastermind calls, right, and we're talking, on our Facebook groups, you hear these stories, you get inspired, right? So self-development is number one, right? And self-development is like any books you read. I mean, every time I read a book today, I get inspired, right? I get inspired. I get new ideas. A second thing is create an environment where people meet successful people. And people that were saying, you'll be, where you are 5 years from now, will you be the same place except for the people you meet, the places you travel, and the books and audios you listen to, right? So the people you meet are very, very important, because if you meet other successful people, you will learn that every successful people has taken action. So it doesn't matter, any other business, whether in the military, in a company, or especially network marketing, everyone who's a successful leader has taken action on something. They didn't need someone to push them. One day, again, that's the transition between the 5% supporter to the 3% leader, right? One day, it was the aha moment. They changed and they took action, did their own thing, right? Without someone to remind them. And so having your team being around with these people will inspire them. And that happened to me. When I first started, I definitely was not a leader. I was a supporter. I would do everything. I wanted to be a leader. I didn't know what it took. Until I saw that, everyone that was around me is better than me. I mean, and that's the key to being successful. Surround yourself with people that are better than you, not worse than you, right? I just surround myself with people better than me. I saw every one of them, they would share one or two instances where they took action and did something. Whether it failed or was successful, and more often, a lot of times it failed. But one key characteristic was everyone who was successful would take action on things. And whether they benefit them or not, sometimes you never know, right? You have an idea, it's an opportunity, go take action on it, you'll find out whether it's, something will benefit. But you'll only learn by going out there and taking action. So the people you're around is very important. Self-development, reading stories, learning, studying what it takes to be successful. And everyone who's successful is, they do take action, right? Creating that culture of self-development. And the last thing I would add, Howard, is in your training, share stories. Share stories of when the times when I took action. Share a story when I took action, it didn't work out, right? Share stories of, you're in my mastermind group, you probably know a lot of, some, good group of my stories, my success stories and my unsuccessful stories, right? Share. Any leader that you've learned that you take action, share the stories. So your team will be surrounded. They see it everywhere, the message. Telling someone doesn't really work well, right? Telling, we always talk about telling. When you want to sell, you ask, or you share stories, right? Let them read, if they keep hearing from Howard, they may, we're tired for hearing from Howard. But they hear the same lessons by reading a book, man, it was like, wow, Howard was right. They hear from you, they're tired from you. But they meet someone else and hear, wow, this guy, this successful leader, he's telling me the same thing that Howard did. Or he did the same thing that Howard's been telling us to do. And lastly, they hear stories. They go to networking events, they meet other successful people. They hear from you, right? The best way to teach is, I always talk about best teachers like Jesus Christ. He never told what people to do. He shares stories. When he shares stories, a lot of times that's one of the best ways the lessons sink in. And so good stuff, Howard. Again, managers are the maintain the status quo, and the leaders, they're the catalyst, right? They take action. So those are the three things I would recommend. Again, probably there's more, but those are the three things that come in immediate and very easy to do. Create that culture of self-development. Get others, surround your team with successful people. Could be other cross-line leaders, wherever they are. Number 3 is also share stories. Share stories of other successful people you met. And a lot of times your team learns the best way through stories. All right, everyone. Thank you for watching. This is Simon Chan. I'll see you guys next time in my network marketing trainings. Take care. Bye-bye.